National Geographic's assorted articles. I'm not even sure how to talk about this. I got this from a secondhand store, and I don't know. I'm not really sure if it was ever an official thing. I've looked up the publisher and I can't seem to find much information about it. But I'll show you what we're talking about here. It comes in this sort of, basically a box. I mean, it's a slipcover, but it's made from wood. It says aeronautics on the outside. Okay. Put that aside. And inside we have all these single articles from National Geographic from starting 1935, and it says aeronautics. Most of them are aeronautics. 36, 38, 40, 48, and then coming all the way to 1973. This one says applied science. It's not aeronautics. American and world flights. American and world flights. Just American flights, and then aeronautics. And so each one of these, it seems as though it was bound in a, it wasn't at home because it was bound by a book bindery, okay, but maybe someone just asked them to do it. I don't know. Let's look at one or two. Like 1936, you can imagine, what the world was like in 1936. I mean, let's see, because the U.S. hadn't even entered the war yet. Let's see what's happening in 1939. Okay. All right. 1940, 1942. Look, but it's air cruising through New Brazil. I'm not even sure what New Brazil was. And then it's just sort of bound like this, where someone has maybe taken the article out of the magazine and put it in here with the images. Of course, as we get in later years, we start having black and white start moving to the color. When I saw this, I just went through these and I thought, oh man, these are so cool. It's, first of all, they're cool on their own. I mean, the articles, I haven't read them all. I've read several of them, and I found them really interesting on their own. And then the fact that it's this collection, but also the historical part of it. So the articles would be interesting even if I were reading it, at a contemporary sort of account. But this is, on top of that, I'm also getting a sort of a glimpse into history. It wasn't written as history, but it's a primary source of something historical. 45, well, depending on when in 45, there'd be some war stuff going on in here. And where's the article? Oh, there we go, okay. Flying our wounded veterans home. I mean, every one of these has something to do, well, that's not even true. I was going to say they all have something to do with flying, but that's not true, because there's one where the whole thing is about going underneath the Arctic ice, which is the 73 one. And it's really interesting. We get some color pictures. And this was 1973. It was like kind of new to go as deep as they were going. And some of these images were just not seen before, I don't think. I'm not really an expert, but this was one of the articles that I did read. And really interesting. And so, yeah, that's what this is. I haven't even counted how many there are. And it's not something, obviously, you can just go pick up. And as I said, I searched for this book bindery, and I haven't been able to find much information about it. America's long arm of the air. No idea what they're talking about. That looks like USO stuff for the troops. When was this? 57. Yeah, so you don't have to just, not World War II, but there are other wars as well. Yeah, so here we are in Korea. Anyway, I just don't know if this was commissioned by someone. It's really cool though. All right, let's leave it there. I could be here all day. All right, so we have a collection of articles from National Geographic, just put together.